Good morning, everyone. Today I thought I would start sharing the benefits of practicing of Shunya, and I'll start numbering them every day, one at a time. And to start with, I would like to say the foremost benefit that one can realize that is happening to them is patience and endurance. And that's what I believe is the most needed thing of the hour today. Patience and endurance. People talk about this, that you should have patience, you should cultivate endurance. If I have to tell this in Hindi, it will be like saburi rakho, sehen shakti rakho. And these things, they sound very good, but is it practically possible? Is it practically possible for somebody to just, have patience and endurance? No, you need to practice it. And you see, life's suffering is basically to prepare you for this patience and endurance. The ones who are patient, the ones who can endure, are the ones who succeed. You see, this is the secret. But how do we cultivate that? That was the question. How do we bring about these two qualities within us? Because they come hand in hand. Because if you want to have patience and no endurance, it doesn't work. If you want to have endurance and no patience, it does not work. They go hand in hand. So it's very important that we realize that we need to have these qualities to be practiced every day so that they become the fabric of our material, and it automatically happens that we don't have to do things. We will be able to automatically cultivate these great qualities within us of patience and endurance by the practice of Shunya. Now, how is that possible? See, when you practice Shunya, when you're sitting down for meditation and you're trying to, be comfortable, stay there till you complete your count. You start with 9 to 0, then you progress to 29 to 0, then you progress from 99 to 0. You see, you are basically progressing. But with this progression is one great quality that you're already cultivating in yourself, and that is the quality of patience and endurance. Here you see what you're doing. You're learning the art of staying still, accepting things the way they are without interfering into the process. And that is the ultimate thing. When we practice Shunya, and over a period of time, you'll realize you will stop reacting. You will start to respond. Now, let's say an example, there are people who join DXN, and the only reason I've seen that they fail or they succeed is because of this quality of patience and endurance. The one who were patient and one who were able to endure were the ones who were successful. And the ones who could not have patience, who were impatient, and who could not endure, gave up easily, are the ones who failed. So you see, the success and the failure depends on these two qualities. The same is with everything in life. You know, Parents have to be patient and have to have the quality of endurance when they have to bring up their child. When we do a job, when we learn a new skill, when we get involved in certain kind of activities, the only thing that can help us succeed is patience and endurance. But it cannot be thought for. You cannot just think, okay, from tomorrow I will have patience and endurance. It does not go like that. You have to practice that skill. It's not an intelligent skill. It, it has to be an experiential skill. And that can be achieved by the practice of Shunya. Because in Shunya, we try to not achieve something, we just try patiently to sit down and reverse count, observe the breath. It's not fruitive. I mean, you don't get an immediate result from this, but you still keep on doing that. You know that this is just the sharpening of the knife. This is just the preparation for myself, so that when I interact with the society, I go back to my daily life, I'm able to accept things better. I'm able to withstand the pressure of life in a much better way. And then, you see, these two qualities can transform anything and everything. How can one actually use this in real life? You see, I believe even a person who is sick because he does not have these two qualities. He's impatient and he does not have the ability to endure. Somebody has a slight headache, he just goes out and pops a painkiller. A slight acidity, pops up an antacid. Could not sleep one night because of certain reasons, pops up a sleeping pill. You see, it's become so easy for people to fall prey to impatience. Okay, and also the ability of man today to endure things is lost. Look at our ancestors. They really were patient, they really endured their suffering life. And if somebody tells you there is no suffering and there's no need, and there's that is all not possible. This life is full of suffering, we all know that. The only thing is, how do I develop these two skills so that I can navigate myself through this turbulent times? And it's possible. And again, I want to stress, it's only possible by not listening to me or listening to lectures or somebody telling you or reading books that you need to be patient, you need to endure things. It's not going to be possible like that. You will need to practice a skill, and that skill comes from the practice of shunya. So somebody would say and argue that, oh, I have patience and endurance. So when I do marathon, I play the game, I am very patient, I'm enduring that. Yes, you're doing that, but you're doing it in the game. You're doing it for the game. There is something that is attached. You're doing it for something. But shunya is for nothing. You're just doing it for the purpose that you develop these two skills. Now, when you practice shunya as a player, when you practice shunya as an art, you actually will realize that your art will be more beautiful, your game as a player would be outstanding, you as a student will perform exceptionally well, and that is because of this primary skill that you develop because of shunya. So why should we teach our children to practice this? Because the early they practice, the better they are, the better they will be able to develop these two skills. Children nowadays do not have this particular skill because things are so easily accessible. We don't have this skill anymore. We would say we are impatient. You look at people who take DXN products, they expect miracles and magical results. They take products for a few days and they say nothing is happening. They take it for a month and they say nothing is happening, and they want their things to happen so fast. They don't even realize that disease did not happen in a day. It had its own time. It took some period for it to develop. If disease can attack you with patience and endurance, why can't we fight back the disease with patience and endurance? And it is possible, very much possible. So I believe if we learn these two skills, we will be able to transform not only our lives, but many more lives around us. You see, why does somebody have anger issues? You will realize it's only because of these two things. Why is there suffering in this world, you'll realize it's because of these two skills that are absent in mankind today. Why is somebody not able to recover from something? Because of these two skills. I believe in business, in life, in anything you do, if you can cultivate these two skills, you can transform that particular thing of yours. But the only way you can do that is by developing the skills. And how do you develop that? Is by practicing Shunya. So, guys who know what I mean can definitely understand that don't try to expect something magical out of Shunya. Don't try to expect that you're going to get something out of it. It's going to just prepare you so that when you go out in the world to do your other activities, you will realize suddenly you have these two powerful shields that have protected you from any kind of stress and strain. No pride of success, no, you can say, kind of suffering that failure brings. Nothing will affect you, and you'll achieve more. So that's what I thought I would do a little talk on the benefits of Shunya that will be following very soon. So if anybody has any questions, can write to me, and I will try to answer them. So with no questions coming up, I think I might just drop my phone and okay, with no questions coming up, I think I will just wrap it up. So guys, keep practicing Shunya and keep practicing this art. That will really help in a long way. And see you soon. Bye bye.